bit crappy, right? Let's be honest about it. I'm not in the best place right now. I'm driving and I'm stuck in traffic. I'm not sure if what do you call this, the internet is fast enough or not, so this might be a bit of a messy live stream, but it is a live stream after all. So any one of you who are interested in jumping onto this live, let's do this, right? Let's do this. So I'll talk about the market a little bit. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about the market. I won't be able to flip anything because I am driving right now, so I'm stuck in traffic. Let's talk about this, right? So market currently sitting at $3.45 trillion. Now this is something a lot of people haven't noticed, right? The market, when we were just above $100,000, we were actually sitting at $3.43 trillion. Salam, my brother. Salam, Faisal. I hope the video quality is good and the audio quality is good. Internet is kind of limited where I am, but I hope it does work, right? Yes, it's been an absolute freaking awesome day, my brother. So the market right now sitting at 3.45, while BTC sitting at $19,000, right? I see Desi here. Nice to see you, my brother. Okay, video is good, audio is good. Surprised because I've only literally got one bar of internet or something. I'm here, bro. I haven't gone anywhere. I've just been doing a lot of building work and whatnot at home, so it does feel like it, doesn't it? It does, yeah. So yeah, so let's talk about the market. So $3.45 trillion on the market today. We've got BTC currently sitting at 99,700. KR's here. Awesome, nice. All my regular boys are here. Nice to see all of you, man. Honestly, nice to see all of you, right? So it's all there. Of course, the best performer today, the one that's leading the market, right? And we have to be honest where honesty is required. Right now, this market today, right, when you look at the altcoins, right, out of all the altcoins, yes, there are some AI coins out there who are doing really well. A few I've mentioned. In fact, there's one I've specifically mentioned that's been pumping hard, so that's a good one, right? AIXBT. All of you guys know about this one. I've left enough evidence on Discord, proof that I've actually predicted what's going to happen before it happened. I've predicted it was going to go to 38 cents. It went to 38 cents. Not even once, it went there 3 times, right? Then I've predicted the targets. Again, it's all published on Discord. Go and check it out. It did that. So basically, in my case, I'm up quite a bit, right? I'm up quite a bit, right? So yeah. Now XRP is pumping. XRP is leading the market right now. It's currently sitting at $3.37. It's smashed through its previous all-time high. The moment that happened, there was a little bit of a weakness that I've noticed, right? There was a bit of a weakness where I've noticed the market decided to kind of take a little bit of a dip. Not to worry, I think just people were just panicking and some people just probably got liquidated. However, the market is very, very strong right now and it will continue to pump, right? So don't worry too much about the market. In fact, when we look at the daily trends, for example, we're on a pump. We're still going to pump. We've got at least another 48 hours to pump. Also, when I say 48 hours, I'm going to say it and you got to take it with a pinch of salt, right? Because we've completed now, if those of you again on Discord, remember I sent you guys an update the other day and I said, or yesterday actually, I sent an update. I said, guys, normally I would say wait until Wednesday, but in this particular case I said wait until Thursday, right? And you can see exactly why Thursday was important. I don't have to explain myself. I know a lot of people are like, oh, how do you do this? And I've had someone like Enemy Watcher right on Discord, and no hard feelings, brother, and I don't mean this in a bad way. I know you've been questioning me, questioning my methods and whatnot. There are things I can't explain to you. There are things, even if I try to explain to you, you just won't understand. It's just going to go completely the other way, right? Because the way I work is quite different. It's very unique. It's very advanced. In my opinion, it's very advanced because even advanced traders won't use that kind of a method, and I do that. And of course, I'm all about safety and protections, right? Because for me, I have to protect my funds. I have to do all of those things. I am going to read the chats, guys. Give me a second. I will read the chats. In fact, as soon as I get out of this, because I can't stop here, as soon as I get out of this traffic, I will park up and I'll continue talking to you guys and read through the chats as well. While I'm driving, it's a bit harder, and plus I'm doing a horizontal, so the chats are literally disappearing for me, right? There's not enough space on the screen. So but I will check them out, right? So just to go back to what I was saying, so I know a lot of you guys don't understand how I trade. Sometimes I don't even have to be near my computer and I will trade because I'm predicting what's going to happen before it happens. I leave the proof there, and that's one of the reasons why I say, guys, the truth is out there. right? My truth, my fact is out there. You know, I've predicted the numbers, I've set the numbers, and my lines do not change. My numbers do not change. My chart that's published does not change, right? So that you can see that these are the targets and these are what I'm looking at. So I hope everyone appreciates this and don't go around questioning me too much, because if you do, you're just going to be lost. And you know what, I'm just going to be like, well, if I can't explain it to you, and even if I try to, if you're not understanding, what can I do, right? But I did try and give a brief description of something yesterday that I think a lot of people should take note of. I don't normally talk about it, but I have mentioned something, pretty much how much asset is under management, right? And that gives me a big pool to play with. I know a lot of you guys are coming here talking about $100 here, $1,000 there, $10,000 here, maybe $100,000, right? I'm talking a lot more, like 10, 15, 20x that, right? So when I have that kind of capital to play with, especially my clients and all of that, right? For me, the market is I'm always winning, right? And there's no wrong move for me. I can actually predict something, and even if that prediction doesn't come right, I'm still in profit. If the prediction comes right, obviously we make even more, right? So ultimately, that's how you got to look at this. For me, it's a whole different ball game, right? And that's why it's hard to explain to people on a video. Now, XRP, we're hoping it's going to go to $10, right? Of course, before we get to $10, we are actually looking to get to $6, but I'm not even bothered about the $6. It has a potential to go to $10. I just don't want to see any dumping happening right now. So the only thing, as I said, in the market that I have noticed is there was some liquidations, people trying to short, people just, you know, extended a little bit, right? Getting too excited, right? Oh, market's going to collapse. Guys, don't go against the market, don't go against the trend, right? Even if it's a daily trend, okay, it's not the best trend, don't go against it, right? So when we're looking at certain trends, when we're looking at time frames, and when we're looking at timelines, 3-day, 5-day, 1 week, right? These are important numbers for us, right? These give us a higher time frame, and these give us a better opportunity to observe the market and predict the market for what it is. So that's what you got to understand. So other than that, everything is moving forward, everything is moving fast. I think once the market kind of figures out that, look, we're about to hit the altcoin season parabola, I think you will see massive push coming in. And remember, on previous videos I've also mentioned this as well, we've got approximately $2 trillion, $2 trillion, not a freaking small number, $2 trillion, right, sitting on the altcoins right now. And also remember, very specifically, I said if XRP goes to $10, that's $1 trillion. So if you add or subtract whatever we've got right now to the XRP, right, you know this, that basically we're not that far. So that should give us about $2 to $2.5 trillion. And then obviously when BTC reacts, boom, we're going to get a little bit more, $4 or $5 trillion round the corner, guys. I'm really, really excited for that, right? I'm not too fussed about the numbers. I don't care about anything else, because the trend, the greater trend, is still up. Of course, there are some still bearish signs, right? Listen to this, right? On the weekly and the 2 weekly, there are still some bearish signs, but remember what I said, they're not that relevant. Yes, they give us an early indication, but that doesn't mean that this is going to happen right now. All right, so understand this. They don't matter. When we look at the 3-day, when we look at the 5-day, that's when things get very important for us. That's when things get very serious for us, right? Because these are nearer to the time, right in between, and giving us a bit more predictability. That's all it is. So far so good. Everything is looking good. We have reset some of the 1-day indicators, reset already anyway. We're pumping. The 3-day indicators about to be reset, so that's a good thing. I'm still waiting, because I think the 3-day indicator, we have to currently wait until Saturday. Again, we're good. So far, we're moving into the weekend very, very positive, right? The 5-day indicator closed on Thursday, and that's given us a positive kind of, it's not a confirmed signal, but it's a positive signal. So that's a good thing as well. So believe me, this week is going to be absolutely ballistic. It won't even care about the market. It won't care about anything. And I know a lot of people are going to try and come and connect all the dots, right? Oh, it's probably because of Trump, it's probably because of this, but yeah, listen, we don't want to know about those BS, right? We don't care about those BS. For us, what's important is what the market is actually doing. Do you know what I mean? That's what really, really matters. So that's what, you know, I feel the market is. I think the weekend's going to be really, really good for us. We should see a massive push, and hopefully somewhere near to the moon, right? I'm going to read some of the chats. All right, I'm going to read some of the chats. I'm not parked up yet, but I will see some of the chats. So Faisal says, nice to see you. Yes. Chaos says, depressed, need homium. Sham, I don't know what KR meant by I'm. Anyway, Faisal says, Sham, good point, but I see it differently. Okay, so he's saying something. I'm going to read that. So while I'm moving, I can't do this. I will read this. Something about good point about what I need to understand. But yeah, guys, look, I've moved now. I've gone out of the traffic jam, which is a very, very good thing. Anyone wants to buy a car, there's a place called Car Giant. I'm not promoting, but they are there if anyone wants to go. I'm basically in what's it called, West London, right? Or yeah, going to Northwest London now. So as soon as I find a little space to park up, I will park up. Those of you who are still here, smash that like button, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Sham, this is 0xfiles. There is no title for this. I haven't really put a title or anything. I'm driving, I just pressed live and I was like, let's give it a go, see what happens. I know the quality is not going to be good, especially when I'm moving, because this area doesn't really have good internet, but it is what it is. Giving it a go, doing it live while I'm driving, while I've got an idiot in front of me taking up 2 car space, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? When you're going to be driving on some areas, you're going to drive around with some fools around. There's nothing you can do about that. So it is what it is. Right, so let me stop at this traffic light and read what Faisal said, right? So what Faisal said was, Sham, good point, but I see it a different way, not weakness, but market giving time for people to mess up and make mistakes and get wrecked. Remember, SEC filed appeal and XRP said, I don't care. That's hopium we love. Okay, XRP showed much strength above $2, held so strong and went past all-time high. I think this pause, you think this pause is what? You think this pause and weakness is to trap people? No, I don't think it's any of that. So basically, you know, the shake, like, you know, a lot of the time we shake out the market, right? So you got to look at the market not in a shorter time frame, not in a social construct, right, or anything like that. Look at it in a macro factor, right? A macro way, right? So one of the macro things that I'm looking at is, look, XRP did one thing, is forget the $2, that's not even important, right? It held that's a fact, right? That's not important. XRP was so low, it was below, like, it went close to, I think, 16 or 17 cents at one stage, right? That's how low it went, right, from its previous all-time high, right? So normally when something goes around that level, you can almost say that that's it, this thing is never coming back. Do you know what I mean, right? And then it struggled around the 50 cents. So we've got to look at it in a macro way. So it started to struggle around the 50 cents. Okay, fine. Then it struggled to get above its $1, right? It struggled a little bit. Anyway, it finally managed to get above its $1. Got a little space, I'm going to park up. It managed to get up the $1, which is great, right? And then what happened was basically we pushed all the way to $2.90, right? Exactly as we mentioned, it's like $1.22, break past, and then we can get to the next level, right? Let me just park here. Sorry, there's no parking around here. That's the problem around these areas. All right, let me just put the light on. Just reverse the car back. There we are. Right, so what was I saying? I will read the chats as well, because now I'm parked up, I can do whatever, right? So the $1.22, that was an important level for us to cross through. We did that, which is absolutely fantastic. Then we went to $2.80 or 90 cents, which was again fantastic, right? Now once we went there, unfortunately there was a $4 billion sell-off. Fine, right? But then the market also reacted in many other ways as well, so that's not too much to worry, because it was like an entire market doing a same reaction. Okay, that's when XRP shined, because at that point, when the market dumped hard, other coins, other alts, so the key here is other alts, when they dumped really, really hard, XRP held strong. The lowest it went to was $1.98, bang on that line, right? Again, that was a previous resistance, which became a new support for us. And it went there, right? And it touched it, no problem. And then it hovered around the $2, so it held strong while everybody else was bleeding. But we also wanted BTC to bleed down to 90K. Right? Even way before we went to that 89K recently, we wanted BTC to go to 90K. We wished for it on a live stream. We said we wished for it. I wished for it anyway, right? Wished for BTC to go to 90K. We got an 89K, right? Again, Mathematically, that's the number we should have. Of course, we could also expect that what if the market goes down a little bit more? What if the market bleeds out a little bit more? What are we going to do? So we're prepped for that. We were okay with that, right? So that's how you got to look at it. Anyway, so XRP now back to its $3.30. Again, we have to think about like the shakeouts, right? So there's going to be a whole bunch of shakeouts, but most of them are going to be paper hands. Hodlers and people who bought very low are still holding, right? Are still holding. As I mentioned earlier on about AIXBTC, because I bought it at 38 cents. Do you really think I'm going to dump? Even if it gives me double the money, which is already giving me, right? So I've already 2x my money. I can technically take my initial out, which is exactly what I would normally do, by the way, right? I would normally do that, but I'm not. Why? Because I'm like, it's going to go even more. Solargenic, right? I think it's got to go to the moon. So what do I have to do? I have to trail it, not stop out or anything. So I'm going to be in it. I don't really care what the market does. So similar way, XRP right now, I think there's only one way. It's going to go up, at least go and test the $5 to $6 before it takes a break, right? At that time, there will be people who are going to be taking profit because they don't believe in it. They don't believe it's going to go to $10. They might say it publicly, but in their hearts and minds, they don't believe it's going to go there, right? There's going to be other people who are going to do maths and say, well, actually, we're getting to a higher number. Is $1 trillion okay for XRP? They're going to question those, right? I've said, it doesn't matter if the market, if we have the space or the gap in the market and enough money to push it to a $2 trillion market cap, I don't see a problem. That's a $20 XRP. Don't you want that, right? So that's how I'm looking at it. Of course, we got to get the money in as well, right? And then like, for example, BTC, right? Yeah, we're flying. I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at my chart now as well. Yeah, it's not stopping. As I said, it's going to test at least the $5. You know what I mean? It's going to test that. And the best opportunity is, this is what you got to understand, right? BTC is not doing anything. Right now, it's $99,300 and it's just sticking around that area, which is freaking fantastic. Also, if you look at the total market dominance for BTC, it's at 57. It hasn't done anything, but XRP is still moving on its own league, right? And this is what it is. This is what you got to understand. These are really, really important stuff. Right, let me read some of the chats. Faisal says, true, Sham, your 11C or YH11C. I don't know what YH11C is. Sham, is there any levels between now and 10? There is the level between now and 10 is between the $5 and $6. Mathematically, that's another number that we have between, I think it's like $5.20 or something, I can't remember what it was, and $6. But in my case, I'm not even putting a line there. I'm like, I don't even want to know about it. That's just a minor break, right? If we do have a break there, that's what I'm thinking. For me, the way I'm looking at it is we got to go to $10, right? Because even now, where we are, remember the dominance, BTC dominance is still high, right? Think about it this way, BTC still has a lot of power in the market. What happens when BTC just stays stagnant? That's the key here. When BTC price stays stagnant and the spotlight moves onto XRP, onto the other projects, that's where that $2 trillion that I'm talking about comes in. When that $2 trillion comes into the market, that's when we're going to see the big pump, right? And that $2 trillion, bro, we're only talking about $700 million for XRP to go to $10. You see what I mean? 700, and that's 2 trillion there sitting there, probably more, right? But that's what I'm looking at, and that's what I believe is going to give us the best opportunities, right? So that's what I'm looking at. Of course, we are going to have pullbacks. Now, where do you see major pullbacks, right? For example, pullbacks. The only way I can calculate that right now, as we've come to the previous all-time high, is we're going to stick a Fibonacci. So if we do a Fibonacci on a weekly, right, weekly where we are right now to wherever the low was, we do a Fibonacci. We've got to look at it that way, wherever the 0.38 level or the 1618, whichever one, that's all we have to look at. Those are going to be our pullback levels, because those are where we're going to take breaks. So we're going to find those and then we'll be fine. So I will drop something later on if I think there is a target to be had, but as I said right from the beginning, guys, and I'm talking about like YouTube, I've always mentioned this. I said, guys, $10 is feasible, $10 is reasonable, $10 is probable, $10 is possible, right? I've always said that. Of course, I've said many numbers on other things as well, but you would see it's gonna come, guys. You just have to be a bit patient. But remember also, guys, anyone on XRP, don't forget that XRP also has its companions. Don't forget its companions. So it's still not too late, right? Anything that's related to XRP will also pump. And what I mean by that is coins like HBAR and XYZ, Sologenic, and all of those. They are also gonna pump. So don't miss out on them. Don't sit on them, right? These are the one that's gonna make good proper money, and of course stable money as well. You know, of course our meme king is KR's here, our meme king. He'll probably drop some memes and we can make a whole bunch of money. Also KR, we need to start dropping some of those calls onto the call channel. And then what I'll do is, once we just drop a few calls, doesn't matter if anyone's there or not right now, we start dropping them. And then what we'll do, we'll start advertising the group. We'll announce the make it live at some stage, basically. So for now, I think we need to start pushing some content in there, and then we'll make it go live. And hopefully by next week I should be completely free. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be really interesting. This weekend is going to be fantastic. I think it's definitely going to be interesting. Faisal says, "Fuck Sham, if you get a chance, bro, I'd appreciate it." I think that's what he said. Sorry, it just disappears on me every time I press it. Oh my god. Yeah, perfect. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'll drop something again. My chats are just disappearing. So other than that, guys, I don't want to make this too long. It's already been 20 minutes. I do have to go somewhere. I have a call coming as well. So I need to get moving because I've got about an hour's drive. I need to get somewhere, pick up something, and then go somewhere with somebody, and then yeah, another busy day. Do you know what I mean? It's just been non-stop for me. It's been like 15-hour days for me every day, so which is good. I mean, of course I'm doing it for myself and for other people as well. It is what it is. I don't want to make this any longer. I appreciate all of you guys coming. I tried to do a live stream while I'm driving, and so far it seems it worked, right? Of course the chats were a bit of an issue. I couldn't put my phone in a vertical because of the way my little holder is mounted. So but not doing a vertical also meant that we didn't get many trolls, which is really, really good. So I appreciate all of you guys coming here. Please do smash that like button, hit that subscribe, share with one another. Let's grow the community. And as I said to KR, if you're still listening, start pushing out some of those calls, meme calls or whatever. We need to start being active there, and then as soon as we become active and drop a few things there, we'll move over and we'll start announcing and making it go live, right? And then go from there, right? And spend a bit of time there. So other than that, guys, thank you very much for coming to the show. Adios, my amigos.